Hey there, happy Wednesday. I sound like I'm not happy to be here, but I really am happy to be here. My name is Carmen. I'm a myofunctional therapist, and I am also under siege of a spring cold, and I think more than anything, allergies. So while I sound like I have a 50-year cigar habit, I don't. I feel better than I sound, so I'm excited to be here and do my thing today, which I do every Wednesday. So I have my hot tea. I might have to sip on that, but I'm happy to be here. So the first thing is, for those of you who don't know me, I educate. So I do this every Wednesday. We talk about all sorts of different important things. I have an online global practice, so I see all of my clients for myofunctional therapy all around the world. We do it all online. And that allows me to bring this important therapy to corners of the world who otherwise wouldn't be able to have it. So that's what I do. And then also my team and I really spend a ton of time educating. So that's why I'm here. My new blog came out this morning, and it was talking about the timing for a frenectomy intervention. And so I'm going to be going a little bit further with that. So we're going to be talking about your, I call it Frenectomy 101, your roadmap, okay? Let me have a sip. Feel like I'm losing my voice. So first thing in the blog, I talked about the timing. So the most important thing to start therapy 4 to 6 weeks before, but I want to go a little bit further back. Since we're talking about the roadmap and we're talking 101, let's make sure that you get that. So first, let's talk about if you even have a tie. So a lot of people, you can't figure out what you need to do if you have no idea. Some people have suspicions. Some people have absolutely obvious ties. But if you don't know, then I encourage you to get an exam with somebody. You can look for somebody local. You can look for somebody like me who sees clients online. Just depends what you want. The most important thing is that person's going to help you. So they're going to help you identify your tie, and they're going to be your person. They're going to be the person that you look to for guidance. So first you get that exam. Then you're going to look for a provider. Could be a long day for me, gosh. So about that provider, last week I talked about the questions you should be asking, the considerations in choosing that person. And once you partner with a myofunctional therapist, they're going to give you guidance. Now that doesn't mean that I tell you who to choose. I talk with you about if I know somebody in that area. I talk with you about questions you should be asking, those type of things. So like I said, you could look at a previous blog or a Facebook Live. But once you have that exam with a myofunctional therapist, that person's really going to be your person, and they're going to really help you. So that's going to be the next step in your roadmap. So first you're going to figure out if you have a tongue tie. Then you're going to find a provider, and then you're also going to start myofunctional therapy 4 to 6 weeks before. So typically most of my clients start 4 weeks before in most cases. Some of my harder clients or my overzealous clients, they want to go a little bit longer, and that's okay too. I don't let them go more than 2 months because they're going to get bored. That's the bottom line. So let's talk about why you should do myofunctional therapy first. So first of all, this is going to build strength. It's going to improve function and mobility and movement. It's going to bring awareness. So you're going to learn awareness about your mouth posture, your tongue posture. It's going to start to train your tongue that it needs to be up. So it's really nice when you have a frenectomy done and the tongue just boop, pops straight up. So that's another reason. And it makes for a better release. The doctor can do a better procedure, have a smaller wound when there is some muscle tone. So that's why. Then after that, you're going to do your post-procedure therapy. And a lot of people really get stuck. Once they do the pre-procedure therapy, they have their frenectomy, and a lot of people ask me, Carmen, why do I have to continue working on this after the fact? And the important, or I guess the easiest explanation is that once you release the tongue, you have all these muscles, they don't know what to do. So I would say that would be like you being in a wheelchair and your legs were all, intertwined, and now suddenly they're fixed, you're not going to just go dancing. So you have to rehabilitate, and that's the same for the oral structures. Many of my clients, their tongue is like a 2-year-old. It doesn't know what to do. It doesn't listen. It doesn't behave. Some of my clients, I call it pancake tongue. It just lays there because none of those 16 muscles are firing at all. So that's what the post-procedure part is for, is really to continue on that journey, not only to create new habits, but also to create that strength, that coordination, and make things as they should have been. So improve function. Okay, and so timing for post-procedure therapy is going to vary. It's going to vary with therapists. For me, it's going to vary with the program that you're in. I see my clients within 48 hours of a frenectomy, and then I let them heal for 2 weeks. And then so after that, we are seeing each other maybe every week, every 2 weeks, maybe every 3 weeks if I have somebody with snoring and sleep apnea. So that varies, definitely varies. So that really wraps it up on what your roadmap looks like, where you should start, what you should do, what you should be doing along the way. And it gives you an idea. So let me just for a second go back to talking about that first step when I said, okay, so you have to figure out whether you have a tie or not. So that's really important. You can either schedule an exam, find somebody, find me, anybody, or not anybody, myofunctional therapist. So you can get an exam, or if you prefer to start easy, you can do a self-assessment. And I'll just show you here that if you look at this, you can download this quick assessment tool at the bottom of any one of my blogs. And this is going to give you an adult. There's also a child listed here. So there's 25 questions. It's going to walk you through some of the most common questions that I myself ask clients. So like I said, it's at the bottom of any one of my blogs. So you can just go to Myofunctional Therapy for you, and that's the number 4 letter u.com /blog, and you can get that. So a lot of people like to start there because it kind of clues them in, or they like to have an idea, which is totally fine. So start there. Next week, we are going to be talking about healing and recovery. So hopefully I have my voice back next week. But we're going to talk about that. I get lots and lots of questions about what to expect with that. And then last, you can follow us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. We're small, we're mighty, we're growing. So, and you can always share all of this information. That's part of the important job of educating for me and my team, is for you to share. So with that said, I'm going to let you go so you don't have to listen to me squeaking along here anymore. I am always here. You guys know where to find me, and I will see you next week. Okay, everybody have a beautiful day. Thank you.